The Bridge in Douglas, Isle of Man. Morning, how are you doing? Well, we're just here on South Quay in Douglas, the capital of the Isle of Man, and just amongst the harbour, all the boats. And behind me you'll see a tall white building, and it was a pub that closed down quite a few years ago now, called the Trafalgar. And I was very lucky to get the last orders bell out of it. Yeah, a really nice bell with a rope on, and yeah, I've still got it to this day. Behind me you'll see a building called Mad Jack's. Now, we did a review on this last year, and it specialises in axe throwing and craft beers and live music, and it's quite a nice place to go if you like entertainment. It's really good. Anyway, me and my mate Floppy fell out about 3 years ago, and we decided to pop in Mad Jack's, have a few beers and do a bit of axe throwing. So we did that, and we became friends again. Yeah, we decided to bury the hatchet. It was really good. So me and Floppy are all right now. Today we're going over to the other side of the quay, on North Quay, so a pub across the road. You can just see it there, and it's called The Bridge, and it's one of Okells' 30 pubs. It's been here quite a long time, The Bridge, quite an old pub, and we're going to sample the most popular beer in the Isle of Man. Yes, so let's have a walk over to The Bridge. Cheers! So we've come away from Mad Jack's and we've crossed over to North Quay, and there is the old Clinch's Brewery, and in 1779 it was called the Lake Brewery and was taken over by Clinch's in 1863 and eventually closed in 1946. So this is the railway pub that was opened in 1874, and that belongs to Okell's Brewery. And it used to be a great pub. That it used to have a snooker table in it at the back, and a good front bar looking over the harbour. It was a great pub. And next is just the little gin palace there, the little gin distillery as a restaurant, and it's a bit posh for me, but it's very popular. So let's turn back into the railway station. So we turn left and we enter Douglas railway station, and this is where the steam train runs to Port Erin. Many years ago it used to run to Peel and Ramsey as well, and this building was built in 1873, a year before the railway pub, and it's a fine terracotta building with 2 turrets. And let's go around the corner and we can see if the steam train's coming in. Oh yes. So the little green engine pulling the carriages is called the Maitland, and it was built in 1905 in Bay of Peacock in Gorton in Manchester, and it's one of a fine collection belonging to Douglas Steam Railway. Fantastic train. So this is a better view from the Maitland from the front, and it's going to connect to the carriages now and go back to Port Erin. And we're not going that way, we're going to the Bridge pub and going to go for a pint. Cheers. So heading to the Bridge Inn is another look at the old Clinch's Brewery, a fine building. And a few years ago there was another brewery on the island called the Hooded Ram, which was short-lived, but that occupied that building for a while. And it's a shame that it's still not involved with being a brewery. So we're heading up now to the Bridge. Here we are on North Quay, and it's quite nice round here. A few places, the place are called Pizza and Pasta there. And the other day I was in there and they said, how do you want your margarita? Do you want it into 6 slices or 8? I said, I'll have it in 6 please. I couldn't possibly eat 8 slices. So off we go now, and it's a lovely little view here, all these little boats, and we're going to go over to the Bridge, and there it is. Okell's Brewery, Okell's Bitter, 3.7%. Cheers. So here I am on North Quay in Douglas, and I'm at the Bridge Inn on the quay, and this pub dates back to 1811, and it was a really old pub, and it had lots of rooms with all nooks and crannies. It was very popular with fisher folk. Yeah, it was a really good boozer. But it's an Okell's Brewery pub which dates back from 1850, and they have a bit of a mixed bag reputation with pub refurbishments. Some are really good, some are not so. Inside here, not so. Where it used to have loads of traditional memorabilia and all that, now it's gone very metallic and very grey inside. and that's the bad side of the pub. The food's okay, the food's nice. I had a burger the other day, it was fine. But the pub where it really excels is the outside bit here, the patio, and it overlooking the quayside there. Just have a quick look on the quay. So, sitting here, having a pint on the quay, pretty nice really. Bit of traffic passes during the day, but all this is zoned off at night and it becomes pedestrianised, so that's pretty good. Yes, and they've got an outdoor heater if it gets a bit chilly, so yeah, not a bad little pub on the outside. Inside, not too good. So, the beer I've chose today is the island's best-selling beer, Okells Bitter. Now the reason why it's the best-selling beer because Okells have about just under 30 pubs on the island, so therefore they have the volume. I don't tend to drink it much myself because I tend to stick to the other bitters on the island. But now and again I do have one. Now, before Mediterranean holidays took place, like Spain and Greece, up to about the early 70s, the Isle of Man was a really big popular destination for holidaymakers coming from Wales, Scotland, Ireland and the north of England, and it was packed, and this beer was scientifically worked out at 3.7% because it meant it didn't get the man of the house too drunk in the daytime, put the kids to bed in the hotel and come out at night, and he was still intact to have a few more, and it had enough flavour and enough strength to keep him interested. So that's scientifically worked out for the holidaymaker, 3.7%. I don't know if it's true, but a lot of people say it. So it's Okells Bitter. It comes in at 3.7%, as I said. It's a amber golden colour, nice white head. It's got Target, Fuggles, First Golden, Cascade, pale malt and crystal malt as well. So it's, like I say, the island's most popular beer. It has to be absolutely fantastic condition this to be really good, otherwise it loses it. So let's give it a go. Nose on it is quite nice, quite pleasant, gentle hop, slightly sweet, not too bad. Let's give it a slurp. Cheers. It's not bad condition actually. I've picked the pub where the condition the beers actually. I think they put a new barrel on. It's like I say, golden amber colour. It's got a slight orangey note. It's got a really dry finish, yes. Now I tend to drink Bushes more because I think it's got more flavour, and when this is not in tip-top condition, as I say, it loses it, and it's not too bad. It's definitely a session ale, and it's very popular still on the island, to be fair, but yeah, that's in good condition actually. It's got a light malt base, gentle hopness, a really dry finish. Well, I've drank it many a time, so I know what it's like. That's got definitely orange, you know. Anyway, somebody said to me the other day, said, what do you think of arranged marriages? And I said, I think they're great. He says, why? Really? I said, yeah. He says, if it weren't arranged, it'd be absolute chaos, wouldn't it? Well, it would be, wouldn't it? And when my mate Lucky Dougie got married, the vicar was dressed up in a gorilla suit. Yes, turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Don't get any better, do they? So this is the bridge on the quay, having a quiet pint here, looking out. They have live music on in the afternoons and the evenings, towards the weekend. It's only got one beer on, that's the downside, the Cask beer, and it's Okells Bitter. They have got the kegs on and all that, and the lagers, but and that's the only downside for me. So that's probably why I don't come here much. But fortunately, the beer today is in pretty good condition, and it's not the worst. Okells Bitter, very popular drink on the island, 3.7%, amber golden, nice malt background to be fair, slight bitterness, but gentle hop, and it's good condition fortunately. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, give it a whirl, but you don't have to. Cheers.